I was actually coming off another project and had met the producer of the film, Pablo Jose Barroso, who had developed it and had been sort of the driving force at the early stages. And he sent me the script, and I read it, and first I was shocked that I'd never heard of it. Then upon further investigation, I discovered that hardly anyone had heard of it, even in Mexico. So that was really curious, and I was like, well, how could that be? And that, along with the what I felt was the really inspirational story of the individuals involved, from Andy Garcia's character to really all of them, it just sort of pulled me in. And in true smart businessman fashion, he sort of kept reeling me in and reeling me in, and the next thing you know, I'm working on the script and directing the film. I didn't have any of the preconceived ideas or pressure or whatever. I didn't have to worry about going to church and having my priest get mad at me if I said something he didn't like. But and try to keep a very dispassionate view of the events to try and retell them the most accurate way I could, but also focus on the story. The political situation out of Mexico is still very tenuous, and the film, in addition to some of the press, a few attacks in the press of questioning its veracity, there was the film was selling out, and people were just packed the theaters, but there were attempts at certain which we discovered, people went to go buy tickets and were told, oh, the film is sold out, and so the people bought a ticket to another screening, and then tried to slip in and sneak in and found an empty theater, and so they found out that certain theater owners were just not letting people watch the movie. And again, they're in the middle of a presidential campaign right now, and so the again, until about 10 years ago, the pre-party ruled Mexico and then were voted out. Now, the people of Mexico, I think, are really, really, at their wits' end with the whole, war that's going on and the deaths there. So the current political party, they're going to go. And the pre-party candidate looks very, very likely to become the next president. And so it's very controversial that this is being shown down in Mexico right now, right in the middle of their campaign. So movies, controversy.